We'll start with Emma from Sky Sports News.
Hi Patrick. How is squad confidence after the result against Everton last weekend, and how important is it that you bounce back?
Yeah, I think we're conscious of our performance in the last game that we played, and it wasn't good enough for us. Saying that, I was pleased with the last couple of games we played. And now we have a chance to play at home in front of our fans, and it will be important for us to perform well.
And following last weekend's game against Everton, both clubs have been charged by the FA for failing to control the players. Do you think the charge is fair?
Listen, I don't really want to talk about it. We will respond as a football club, and they will make the decision.
So Southampton up next. Are you expecting them to be full of confidence after their draw against leaders Arsenal?
Yeah, and it's not just about the draw, it's about the way they perform as well. I think they had a really good game, and when you play well, you always build this confidence, and we know the team that we are going to face, and like I always said, every game brings its own challenges, and we have to be ready for those challenges.
Is this season tougher, knowing that things are quite close and that teams at the bottom can get results against some of the top teams?
Yeah, of course. I think this is the strength of the Premier League. I think teams have resources to reinforce the teams, and we knew from the start that it will be a challenging year for us, but we are competing, and it's important for us is to keep competing and to be in our best game after game, and that has to be our target. And of course, when we're going on the field and we are not performing the way that we are capable of, it becomes really challenging.
Do you have any team news ahead of the game against Southampton?
No, the same squad than the last one.
So lastly, you recently spoke about the lack of black coaches in football. Are you aware of the FA's diversity code to increase diversity in football? Do you think it works, or should there be more done?
Yeah, I saw the FA communication and what they are trying to do and what is their target. I would like them to be a little bit more ambitious on that side, because I don't think that the numbers that they wanted to achieve are higher enough.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll go to Chris from PLP.
Hi Patrick. Ralph Hasenhüttl says you score super goals on beautiful counter-attacks. Do you agree with him?
Who?
Ralph.
Yeah.
The Southampton manager.
He said?
He said you score super goals from beautiful counter-attacks. Is that high praise?
I'm just glad that we scoring goals, not as much as I would like to, because I believe that we can do much better in the last third, and that is one area of the game that we need to improve.
There's been lots of positive discussion around a number of your players. How do you keep them grounded throughout that time, especially with the World Cup coming up?
I think performance like we had against Everton keep us grounded. We always talk about what we want to achieve as a team. We also know that we have a lot of area of the game that we need to work on to improve, and that is not an area that concerns me, because I know the players by now, and they are players who are committed to take and try to take the football club to a different level by the way they're working every day.
This is your last home match in near enough 2 months. How important is it that you kind of send the home fans into a long period without coming to Selhurst Park for a win?
Yeah, we will. That is why we want to bounce back from our performance against Everton, and we want to perform well like we did in the last couple of games that we played at home. And again, the support that we will receive from the fans will be fantastic, and we have to match that level of communion we always have when we play at home.
And one of the standout players for you has been Eze. Do you think he should be a contender for Gareth's squad?
it's not my place to say it. I'm really pleased and really happy with what he's doing for us at the moment. Of course, I believe that he has so much potential that he can do much more. But, you know, when the team playing well, he's performing at the level that we know we can, and that will allow him to have his name on the table. And that is the best things that he can do, keep performing well for us, and then Gareth will make his decision.
I know, like you said, it's not your decision who goes to the World Cup, but Brendan Rodgers was quite keen to put forward a case of James Maddison going, so if you could have a few words for Gareth, what would there be?
No words. I think he proved how good he is as a manager, and of course, when you are the England manager with all the players around, people will be disappointed not to go. So the only things that I can say is helps to perform the way he's been doing it and to make the manager's decision more difficult.
Just a couple more from me, if that's okay. Southampton had mixed results this season. Obviously, they're unbeaten in 3, but there seems to be a lot of pressure on Ralph. What are you expecting for them to bring tomorrow?
There's pressure in any manager, I think, in the Premier League. I think, again, for him or even for ourselves, we know how difficult it is to win football matches. But, you know, they will come with a confidence because of the way they perform against Arsenal. And last year we played them and it was really challenging, really difficult, and it will not going to be different. So we have to concentrate on ourselves and perform at the level that I know the teams can perform.
And just finally from me, what's your view on players showboating? Obviously, last night I'm sure you've seen the headlines of Anthony being taken off at half-time, doing a few tricks. Would you ever maybe take a player off at half-time if you felt that they were doing too many tricks?
I didn't read somewhere that the manager take him off because of that. I don't know. But listen, every player have different characteristics, and you know, football is about respecting your opponent as well. And on that side, I don't have any complaint to make from my players.
Thank you. We're going to Anaya from BBC London.
Hi, Patrick. Looking at the game tomorrow, when you look at your opposition, there has been quite a few players that have been injured and are not able to play. Has that had an impact on your training going forward on the plan?
No, not at all. The only concern is looking at the game they play against Arsenal and the quality of the individual player and the collective strength that they have. That is the only concern that I have, and it is a big squad, a good squad with some young talented player as well. So the main focus for us is to look at their strength and their weakness and try to win that game.
How important are the next set of games for you and the team?
It's important because the league is really tight, and every win, every point will be really important for the rest of the season.
There's been a lot of controversy about VARs and whether they're reliable or not. What are your thoughts on them at the moment?
I think it is a period where VAR has been questioned a lot, and the question is always if that VAR allowed you to make the right decision. And that is the question that we should ask ourselves at the end. But of course, it is a massive change. And when you go on your way, it's something positive. And when you go against you, it's always frustrated. So at the end of the season, I think when you're looking at the balance, I think it's getting in the same level for all the teams. I prefer to take it that way.
You spoke about black managers not having as much opportunity. Do you have any plans yourself to maybe help that in any way going forward?
I think it's the best way is to use the voice that I have at the moment and to talk about it. And the positive aspect of it in this country is that there is a conversation. People are talking about it. So now the next level, I believe, is to be more ambitious than the report that's been put in place by the FA, and something has to be done.
After the season, World Cup break? You're going to go on holiday?
Family time.
Family time. Okay, that's it from me.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's the end of the broadcast section. Matt, do you want to kick us off?